I read an interesting quote recently, and it is related to one of the most commonly used acronyms of today's times, which is nothing but POV, and which is point of view. What is it? In simple language, it is the way you look at things or people or situations. It's nothing but your opinion of a person, a situation, or a thing. So we all think that we see the world as it is. But do we really do? We often judge people or situations based on how they affect us and not based on their true nature. So the quote goes like this: to the grass, the zebra is the monster and the lion is the protector. So visualize an image with green grass and a lion and a zebra. So what does it say? To the grass, the zebra is the monster and the lion is the protector. The lion is doing nothing but what it is created for. It has to feed on the zebra for its survival. Same with the zebra. It has to feed itself on the grass for its survival. So normally when we talk about this, we only look at the situation from the zebra's point of view or the lion's point of view. So now let's not get into things like protection of animals or wildlife and forests and things like that here. We're just trying to focus on point of view. So now the grass. The grass is something that has been trampled all its life by everyone, both the zebra and the lion. But to it makes more sense to call the lion as its protector because it will feed on the zebra, which will save its grass. So it was quite interesting for me to look at it with this perspective. Most of the times, we end up being judgmental about things which we feel are right based on our experiences. But just because we are right doesn't mean the other person is wrong. At times, we realize that our judgment was wrong. The initial judgment about a person or a situation was wrong, and we never looked at it in a different angle. But our egos does not allow to admit it. So, in common life examples like maybe an overprotective parent, according to the parent, they are just being protective and it is a shield for their child. But from the child's point of view, the protection looks like a cage to them or a prison affecting their freedom. Other things like, say, I feel from my point of view that, I look good in this bright colored dress. But someone who might appreciate a subtle colored dress or a very professional dressing way might feel that I could have dressed it differently while recording this video. So simple things like these end up in conflicts. When we look at things or people from their angle or their perspective, there is an age old example of the number 6 or 9 written and two people standing opposite to each other and looking at it. So if it is 6 written in front of me, I see it as 6 and the other person sees a 9. And unless I swap sides, I will never agree with him or her. So when we have to admit that our point of view or our judgment about something was wrong and we never looked at things from a different angle, when we see it from our ego's side, it is the end of that relationship or end of that discussion because we cannot admit that we were wrong. But you look at it from your soul's perspective, it is just a simple lesson learned so that you do better the next time. So, in my point of view, I strongly feel that if we are slightly more empathetic and respectful towards the other person, our relationships would improve way beyond our expectations and would take us a long